Hey, welcome back to Home Bar. Today we're going to be doing a special class that is building muscle to promote good posture. So we will be working in a nice natural neutral spine for the majority of the class, so we can make sure to build the muscles around that neutral alignment so we don't have any deficiencies of tight hips, lower back issues, etc. So all you'll need is a chair and a mat. Let's get to it, and check out Patreon, linked below, if you want to support us. All right, friends, so we're gonna come to the bar. So face that bar, and feet are in first position. So heels together, toes apart. You don't need to really make that V huge, just where the feet naturally go. Then in the knees. And then from here, we're just gonna take that plie. So you're gonna bring the belly button deep into the spine. Notice how I'm in a nice neutral spine right now. I'm not overarching and I'm not over tucking, nice and neutral, okay? Take the hands to the chair, and then you're gonna extend that right leg out. So we're gonna squeeze and work into that right glute muscle first. Now, when I did this, you notice my back arched a little bit more. So now just take a slight little tuck so you can just keep that natural neutral spine, so we can work in the alignment of our natural curve of the spine to build the muscles to support this, so we can get good posture in our daily life coming from these bar exercises. Now, you're just lifting and lowering that back foot. Tendu, lift and lower. Squeeze those abs in. 4, 3, it's really small micro movements. And then hold it here, and then just tiny little pulses, squeezing into that glute muscle. 4, 3, 2. Now hold it here. You're keeping the toes hovered off that mat, and then you're just gonna bring that heel in and extend. So you're not moving from the top part of the leg, just bending in the knee, keeping that alignment, keeping the abs plugged in. Feel like there's just a corset around you. 2. And then hold it in what we call attitude shape. Now just lift up and lower, squeeze and lower. So we're trying to, again, activate that right glute muscle. And we got 4. Keep lifting up through the spine. 2. And then go a little faster, little pulses. And 4, 3, 2. Now you're gonna imagine you're just kicking the foot in towards the midline, and then return. Kick in, return. Kick in, return. Keep those abs plugged in. You really just got to keep focusing. Keep that good alignment. 2, 1, and then we combo. So lift up, squeeze in. Lift up, squeeze in. You want to always have this thigh behind the standing leg, so we don't work into the hip flexor, we work into the glutes. For the end, almost there, we circle around, around. And we got 4, 3, 2, 1. Just reverse the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, let's take a figure 4 stretch before we go to the other side. Cross that ankle over the thigh. Go back to a parallel foot for a moment. And then just sit into this. Neutral spine as much as possible here as well. So first we're working into the glutes. That's important for supporting our good posture. And then we'll move up into the abdominals. All right, other side. So heels together, toes apart, plie. Engage into those abs. Find that good natural alignment. Again, no tuck. No overarch, nice and neutral. Now extend that left leg out. So now again, as I took that leg out, it's overarched a little bit. So just a slight tilt to get it back into neutral. Lift up and down. Point those toes. Feel like that leg is getting longer. Keep the abs plugged in. 3, 2, and then we hold it here, little pulses. Yes, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then from here, bring that heel in towards the seat and extend. In, extend. If you ever feel that you've gone back into a default of arching that back too much, go back into that little tilt of the pelvis. Hold it there. Now you're just going to take a little lift up and lower. Really tiny micro squeeze. Keep the abs plugged in. 4, 3, 2, and then little pulses up. 8, 7. Make sure those hips are square towards that chair. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to bring it in towards that midline. In and return. Not too big a movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we combo, almost there. Lift, squeeze in. Lift, squeeze in. Feeling a little burn in the booty? Hopefully, I feel it. If you ever want to make this a little harder, by the way, start your circle. You can put a resistance band around your thighs. Just works those glutes a little harder. 4, 3, 2, last set of 8. Here we go for 8, 7, abs plugged in, lifting tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. We made it. All right. Figure 4 on this side. So take that standing foot back to parallel, toes point forward, flex the foot, and sit into this like you've got another chair behind you. One more inhale. And release. All right, we can get the chair out of the way. Now we're going to go down to the mat and we're going to work into the abdominals. All right, so come down to the mat and we're going to roll it down to our backs, making sure that your feet are a good comfortable distance away from your seat. The feet should be hip distance. A good way to find this, bring your feet to touch and then keep the big toes connected. Just think of it as my index fingers. Separate the heels. So you're making a little mountain shape with your feet, and then take all the way onto the heels, lift the toes and drop. And that should be good natural distance in between your feet. Now let's go to our spine. So today we want to work in neutral spine. This may be controversial, so feel free to write in the comments below. So depending on the teacher that you're working with, some will teach you to do the abdominal work with your lower back press into the mat. So you're imprinting the spine. Now that's great to work the outer unit of your abs. We want to work the inner unit today, the deep core. So the outer unit is more known as like the vanity abs, the obliques, everything you see. We want to do the inner unit to really get into the core. So think of it as like you have the foundation of your house is the inner unit, and then everything else that builds on top of it is the outer unit. So we want to make sure we work the inner unit and not forget that. That's going to keep ourselves in a good alignment when we're in daily life. We're in neutral spine, right? So we want to work the abs in neutral spine. Anyways, we could go on about this forever. Let's get to it. So to find that neutral spine, both hands on the pelvis. And first we'll go into that imprinted spine, pelvic tilt. So the heels of the hands just tilt towards you. And then you go into that overarch. So then the fingertips begin to tilt towards your feet. Do that a couple more times and then just take this movement smaller and smaller until you find that spot where your hands are flat. So I could balance my coffee mug right here and it would not spill over. All right, so now we want to keep this activated with our breath. So when you're breathing in this, we want to keep the abs engaged like someone's about to come tickle you. Just let the rib cage expand with your breath. And then as you exhale, it slowly contracts in, not letting the belly rise. Rib cage, yeah? Cool. Arms down by your side. Let's keep all that incorporated. Take your right leg up. Take your left leg up. So now we are in neutral spine, and we're just going to start with some toe taps. So you're going to inhale, right leg goes down, shh, exhale up. And then left leg, inhale down, shh, exhale up. And a few more, inhale, shh, exhale. So you really want to use that core. You don't let the lower back imprint. We're building on that transverse abdominis, the deep core muscles. Last one here. Now going one level up. So engage into that core. Remember that breathing. You're gonna extend right leg out, inhale, shh, exhale in. Inhale, left leg, shh, exhale in. Inhale, right, exhale in, inhale, left. If this is good, keep it here. If you can go a little harder, you're gonna lower that leg down, lift to 45 and in. Inhale, extend, lower, lift, exhale in. Few more, out, lower, and out, lower. 2 more like this. Last one. Excellent. And then just take those arms out to a T. We do a little window washer for a second. All right, so let's go into the upper body now. So legs are in tabletop position. Neutral spine still, yeah. Take those hands up to the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Now we're gonna curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Now still stay in neutral. If you curl up too much, the lower back is gonna press into the mat. We wanna work the core as we would be standing. So we just stay neutral. Inhale, shh, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. And 1. Now hold it here, still neutral. Take those hands behind the head, neck, and shoulders. Single leg reach, right leg. Inhale, switch, and switch, and switch. Just bring the knees about where your hips are. So if you want to take your hands here to break, go ahead. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, and we got 4, 3, 2. Let's go into those obliques. Add a little cross for 8. Opposite armpit to the thigh. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Hug it down. Hug those knees in. And then we're going to go into the double leg reach. Get those shoulders working a little more. So again, neutral spine. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Let's keep those legs there. Let's just do the arms once. So you're going to inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale as you circle the arms around, palms in towards the midline. 1 more here, just the arms. Inhale over. Shh. Exhale, still in neutral spine. Now go to the legs. Reach both legs out. Inhale. Shh. Exhale in. 7 more like this. And 6. 5. And 4. 3 more here. 2. And 1. Excellent. Let's now release down. Gently roll your head to the right and left a couple times to release the tension from the neck. Good. And for the end, we're gonna work into our hip flexors, opening them up a little, working into strengthening the back. So you're gonna come onto your belly now. First, into hip extension. So your feet are gonna be about the width of the mat, tops of the feet there. Kneecaps are nice and engaged. Let your hands just stack one on top of the other, forehead on the hands. Now here, we need to do a slight tilt of the pelvis to go back into neutral, because when we just lie here, we start to take a little arch in the back, right? So we always wanna work in that neutral, because if we work out of neutral, then we're strengthening the muscles in the position that we don't want to be in when we are in our neutral position with good posture the rest of the day. So tilting that pelvis, squeezing those abs up and in, and then we're just gonna lift those legs. Squeeze, exhale, squeeze into the glutes. Inhale, lower. And 7 more, lift and lower. So if you notice, my feet aren't coming up too high, because that would take me out of neutral position. So we just wanna focus on opening up the front of the hips here and squeezing into those glutes. And 1. All right, now we're gonna go to the upper body. So keep your head still in alignment. Just imagine you're holding a peach underneath your chin. Take your hands back. Still, now you've got the tops of the feet on the mat. You're gonna take an inhale to prepare. And exhale, just still hold it here. Inhale, you're gonna squeeze the shoulders, lift up, gaze a little forward. Exhale, release. And again, inhale forward. Exhale, release. Feel like someone is just pulling you from your fingers. Squeeze into the glutes. And inhale from that breastbone. Keep those feet, tops of the feet on the mat. 2 more. Last one. Excellent, good. All right, we got 2 more things. So now we have those feet about the width of the mat, right? Now we're gonna take those arms out as well. Palms facing in, you're making an X shape. So now we're going to lift the arms and the feet up at the same time. Inhale to prepare, exhale, lift, squeeze into the shoulders, squeeze into the glutes. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Feel like someone's pulling you from the fingers and the toes. Last one. Hold it here, 1 more breath. And release, good. Okay, so our very last thing, we're gonna do a double leg kick. So for your setup here, you can bring your feet a little more in now. They're about hip width. And we're gonna lie down. Just let the ear that is gonna allow you to see me on the screen be the side you start with. So you're gonna go ahead and lie down. Take your hands to your lower back here. Good. And then you're just gonna take first an exhale. You're gonna bring your heels in towards your seat. You pulse for 2. As you inhale, you lift the legs, you reach the arms back, and you gaze forward, squeeze the abs up and in. Then we look away from the screen for a moment. Take the ears to the other side. Kick for 2. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And again, exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Again, feel like someone's just pulling you. Really try to lift. Squeeze into the glutes. And 2. And 1. Excellent. And then from here, let's take a stretch for that lower back. So, I've got a leaf in my hair. Just take yourself to a child's pose. So extend those arms in front of you. Feel that stretch through the spine. Spread those fingers. And then walk the hands over to the right side. So we get a little side lateral stretch here. Press into the left hip. If you want a deeper stretch, take that left hand, place it on top of the right. Walk the hands back and then take it over to the left. Press into the right hip. And come on up. Bring your hands in front of the knees. Tuck those toes. And let's just gently roll this up 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. At the top, stack those shoulders, palms facing forward. Let's just try to find our good natural alignment, good posture to carry on the rest of the day now. So feet hip distance. Take those hands to the hips for a moment. So take that little pelvic tilt like we did earlier. Feel how that feels. And then take that over arch. So you feel that kind of tension in the lower back. So we want to find that halfway point. So you can move a little bit, find that point where it feels nice and neutral. Squeeze those abs in. Take those hands forward. Take a nice inhale. Reach those arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, feel like someone's pulling those fingers again. So they're getting longer and longer. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, and now let's add a little balance challenge. Lift those heels up. Inhale, releve. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Cool. Thanks for joining me. Please, if you have any questions about any of the stuff I talked about for getting those muscles worked to help with your alignment and good posture, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.